Hello, welcome back to the channel. um I hope you've been around for some time. If you're new, it's okay to subscribe, but nonetheless we proceed. So we are going to look at the idea of drawing or sketching graphs. So we are starting with the most basic ones. Those are linear graphs. So if you are given what the equation of a graph, for instance, y equals to 2x minus 4, and you're required to sketch this graph, they might give it as f of x equals to 2x minus 4. That is basically similar, and you take it as one thing. You don't have to worry too much. So when you are drawing a graph, the first thing you need to look for is the intercepts. So the obvious one is the y-intercept, because the y-intercept is actually that -4 for a linear function. So you look for the y-intercept, and then you can tell the y-intercept when x is 0, the y is -4. That is the y-intercept. Then the x-intercept, you need to let what y equals to 0. So you say 0 equals to 2x minus 4, then 4 equals to 2x, therefore x equals to 4 divided by 2, which is 2. Therefore the x-intercept is, the y is 0, the x is 2. This is the point. Okay, now you have the 2 points, then you can sketch or draw your graph. Simply the xy plane like this, and then you know that your y-intercept is at -4 somewhere there, and then your x-intercept is at +2 somewhere this side. So all you need to do, straight line slanted to joining the 2 points rather. So just gonna draw that. It's meant to be a straight line. If it doesn't look straight, you make it straight on your side. Okay, then you're done. That's as simple as it gets. There's nothing hectic about it. Then you can even give it this xy and give it the name f of x with the equation 2x minus 4. Then you are done. I hope you see that. And then now let's look at another example. Example 2. Example 2, we are going to look at drawing or sketching the graph of what is it? Parabola, okay, or what is it? Quadratic. Yeah. So parabola or quadratic, suppose you're given the equations f of x equals to 2x squared minus 4x minus 6, or maybe you have that f of x equals to 2 into x minus 1 all squared minus 8. Okay, so we can have these two, or maybe even the third format for parabolas. We can have okay, I think I'll give the f of x equals to the a being 2, x minus x1 being +1, x minus x2 being -3, like that. Okay, I'll say +1 and -3. So this basically, it's more or less the same function, but we shall see if that is actually the case. So let's start with the first format. So when we are required to sketch that, we agreed that when it's written in terms of y equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, the c, which is this, it is actually the y-intercept. So we have the y-intercept already. We don't need to calculate it. So the y-intercept, it's going to be 0 and -6. Not going to calculate that. And then the x-intercept, that's what we need to determine by letting y being equal to 0. Okay. So after that, we now continue by letting y equals to 0. 0 is going to be equals to 2x squared minus 4x minus 6, because basically the equation is y equals to 2x squared minus 4x minus 6. Sometimes I just like rewriting the equation, but if the B at Ken says you don't need to, I don't know what they say at this point. So, okay, let's divide out by 2 because you can see 2 is a common. Okay, x squared minus 2x minus 3. That is what we are having. 0 is going to be equals to x minus... Hey, use the quadratic formula to factorize if you don't know the factors. Don't act as if you know them. Or act, but still get them right by using the quadratic formula, whichever one you prefer. Therefore, x is equal to -1 or x equals to +3. Okay, so now you have the the x-intercept rather. Therefore, x-intercept what? -1 and 0 or 3 and 0. Those are the x-intercepts. So now you have the two x-intercepts. You have, the two x-intercepts, the y-intercept. You also need to indicate the turning point. Once you have the turning point, I think you'll have all the information. Then you can start sketching your graph. Okay, so let's get the turning point. Okay, I'm gonna use that color to indicate the turning point. So, hey, what am I doing? Turning point. To get the x value of the turning point when you are given the equation in this format that we are given, you need to use this equation of x equals to minus b over 2a. Then you're going to have that. Sorry. So your b is -4 over 2. The a is 2. So -4 times -1 is +4 divided by 4 in the numerator, you get 1. So the corresponding y value of this x value is f of 1. F of 1 is 2 to 1 squared minus 4 to 1 minus 6. We just substitute this x value of 1 into this given equation. Okay, and then you just manipulate that, you'll get your -8 as the f of 1. That's the y value that corresponds to x being 1. Okay, therefore, the turning point is that point. I was supposed to put this t here. Turning point is 1 and -8. We are done. Now you have all the information that you need to draw your graph. So let's draw it. Because the a is positive, as you can see, it's +2, so this is going to face upwards. So we know that it's going to face upwards like that. We can even have a sketch. I would prefer you use a ruler if they say draw, so that everything looks nice, and then you use the right measurements. But otherwise, you're just gonna do a sketch here. And then, what is it? This side and that side, you have your values of, the other side is +3. The other side it's -1, and then you can take a whole x-axis and put it here. Okay, we are freestyling now. And then after that you have the y-intercept, which is -6 somewhere there, and then you have -8 below that -6. So let me just try to make it make sense. Suppose this is -6, that is -8 as the turning point. So the y-intercept is going to be somewhere there. Hey, this is supposed to be a straight line. If it doesn't look like a straight line, make it look like a straight line on your side. Okay, this is -6. This turning point, we have 1 and -8. I hope you see that. So with the other types of the ways of sketching the functions, I think let's look at that in the next video. I'm going to sketch these graphs using, the same graph rather, using these two different formats in the next video. For now, just like the video if you like it, and then subscribe, and then we see you in the next video.